continue on stability. How Indian civilization was built on stability, how just preaching the pseudo concepts of freedom has destroyed our civilization. Please understand, when your body moves from a childhood to adulthood, means when you are beginning from a child to a man, child to a lady, between 14 to 21, the things happen in your system such a way you don't feel that you can fit with anything available. It is the suffocation from inside, resistance from inside, fight happening inside. Because suddenly you see, till yesterday you are playing with the same child, your classmate, same boy, same girl. Your mind did not go one step further. But now it is going a step further than friendship. It thinks little more than friendship. You do not know what is happening in you. And between the high energy and low energy, please understand, high energy is when you feel desire, low energy is when you feel guilt. At the age of, between the age of 14 to 21, you are bound to feel this too. You are struggling between desire and guilt. You need to be given intelligence to handle, not the anger that whatever exists is wrong. The destroyers of Vedic tradition, the anti-Hindu group, which comes, the vested interest groups, wants to destroy the strength of the Vedic tradition, which is the backbone, strength of this country. First thing they did, they started teaching the youth the pseudo idea of freedom and saying that what exists as a system is wrong. Please understand, I am talking to you some of the very basic truths. They targeted our youth. It happened 2 generations before. Now all you fellows who are corrupted by British are old. Means 2 generations is now over. I can say even 2-3 generations is over. Between the age of 14 and 21, if you rebel against the existing system and try to do something to fulfill, to escape from that high energy, low energy oscillation which is happening inside you, means what? You are trying to find solution from outside for the inside problem. You have a wound in your face, but you put the band-aid on the mirror. You see the mirror and put the band-aid on the mirror. Wound is in the face. You put the band-aid on the mirror. Are you going to get healed? No. Between 14 and 21, in the teenage, if you are constantly hitting it outside, developing anger, rebellious mood, did not attend to the source of the problem, I tell you, after 28, your life will be filled with depression. Because by 28 the blood will become cool. Blood will become cool by 28. I am so happy for my Gurukul kids, because in the teenage, constantly they understand to look into the source of the problem. Understand? Look into the source of the problem. Use the time to rebuild your being, or I can say consciously build your being. See, between 14 to 21, the teenage, you are bound to go through these mood swings. The high desires which are just uncontrollable by your logic. It wants means it wants, that's all. And when the energy is released from the body, the hormones are released from the body, when it falls into the guilt, that's it. No logic can get you out of the guilt. Guilt means real guilt. Because of the suffocation inside, anything outside seems to be enemy. At that time, if somebody convinces you, yes, these are all your enemies, with little logic, over. If somebody behaves with you very friendly way and convinces you, these are all your enemies, over. Simply, you will start rebelling towards all that. That is why all the terrorists, fanatics, revolutionaries, all of them only catch teenagers and they behave with them very friendly. It is so unfortunate. So unfortunate. Indian Hindus are used as a terrorist to destroy the same Indian Hinduism. In India, our civilization is born out of complete powerful moment where our rishis had enough food, beautiful Saraswati, Sindhu and Ganga, and everything necessary is fulfilled. They are overflowing with the joy and lot of entertainment. In the powerful moments, the powerful people gathered together and created the constitution. That is the Vedic constitution, constitution of the Bharat. That is why our inner image, actual inner image is Brahmanyam Bhaguputratam. I am the favorite inheritor of the cosmos. Because whatever we need, everything is available. And it is still showering. Brahmanyam Bhaguputratam. I am the favorite inheritor of the cosmos. That is the actual inner image. And what was the outer image? Annam Bhaguruvita means let us share. Let us produce and share. And Shrunna Shrimandu Visve Amritasya Putraha Vedahameham Purusham Mahantam. Means, I know the truth. Come on. Listen. Let me share that with you all. Our image about life and others is Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Understand? The root patterns of the Bharat Constitution is out of powerful moments. We defined about ourselves. We defined how we will project about us to the world, and our way of relating with the world and the others out of powerful moments. It arose from completion. Out of completion. Not out of incompletion. Please understand. I am not against American civilization. I am not against Western civilization. I just wanted to let them know, do not teach about how to live to us. That's all I am saying. Don't use your terrorist media on us and steal our next generation from us, rob our people from us. That is all I am saying. It pains when I see our next generation do not do anything about life, and they are in the same depression which a teenager in America goes through. See, they go through because their forefathers only worked for bridge, dams and aircrafts. Oh Hindu kids, oh Indian youth, you don't need to go through this suffering because our forefathers worked for blissful life and created best lifestyle philosophy. It is not that we did not have the technology for dams and roads. We built whatever is required. The oldest dam still alive in the planet Earth is the Kallanai Dam built on Kaveri in South India. Do not build something like a 2500 years before. In stone. When there is no machineries available to divert Kaveri, which is a live river. It's a very powerful technology. They put big rocks and that rocks sink in the mud. And then the next rock is dropped from the boat. They have a special boats which has a ramp in the back side. They just go and drop that rock. And the rocks settle one on the other. And the foundation is created. Just that way, on a live river they built a dam. Just a week before Srirangam temple, there was a illegal construction next to the temple compound wall. So they wanted to study the strength of the compound wall, to restore it and remove those illegal construction. When they dug and put a borewell and checked, the foundation of the wall went up to 27 feet. And you need to know, Srirangam is on the Kaveri bed, it's on the Kaveri island. Even now, more than 4 feet you cannot dig. After 4 feet water comes. So how did they build? How did they first of all dig and drain the water and build the wall, compound? The same technology. They slipped a huge rocks, means huge stone blocks with sinks. And they put more stones, and the elephants are made to walk on those stones, those stone slabs, so that the stone slab sinks more and more. Foundations are made. If 10 elephants walk 20 times on a stone, after that the stone is not sinking, the foundation is done. That's a clear technology. It's not that we did not build all this. We did. But I tell you, more than that, our ancestors have done so much for everything needed for a best civilization. They have done. O youth of India, go back to the original source of your ancestors. I tell you, you already suffered for last 60 to 70 years with the so-called independent India, free India, the dirty ideas of freedom. It's enough. It's enough. Move back to the original source of knowledge. I tell you, it is so unfortunate. All the Indian laws are completely against stability in the name of pseudo-freedom. Okay. All these pseudo-freedom ideas are okay. But what will you do with the freedom? Freedom from is okay. Freedom for, the question is not answered. When we started imitating their laws, their values, we destroyed all the best things of India. I tell you, our medicine is literally dead, died. Millions of things we know about herbs, medicine is dead because at least 100 years before, all the sons and daughters of the doctors, traditional doctors, have stopped listening to their parents. Gone, they became clerks. Now the modern day clerks are IT engineers. What happened to the science of art and architecture? You can't imagine rebuilding Tanjore temple. You can't imagine rebuilding Ranganatha temple. The amount of work done. Please understand, there's a small frack kind of animal will live inside porous stones. See, from outside you can't see, but when you break the stone, inside they will be sitting. It's called Therai in Tamil. I don't know what you use in English. It will be just like a frog. Means there will be some stones. Inside the stone there will be a hollow area, porous part. Even if one stone of that hollow stone, if it gets mixed in the construction of the temple will collapse in maybe 100 years. It's called toad. One toadstone goes inside the construction by mistake. Temple will collapse in 100 years because in 100 years the porous part will collapse. More than than 100 years, the gap will not be. So the gap will collapse, means that stone will collapse. Temple art is such, one stone collapsing will collapse the whole temple. At least that whole area. Understand? Then, what is the way to, that in those days there was no X-ray machine or scanning machines to find out whether there is a toad in the stone or not. Just the sound of the stone while you carve, our tapatis will find out the stone is with toad or not. Just the sound of the stone while they carve. All the big temples which are standing more than 100 years, not a single stone with toad has gone inside. Can you imagine? In the modern day, even to find, see, sometime in the big granite pieces, inside there will be a less dense area. Even to find that, we use all the X-ray machine, scanning machine. Each temple, I don't know how many million stones are used. And you can't use the toad stone for carving, because while you are carving, suddenly when you carve the face, it opens up and the nose is not there. You can't use a toad stone for any carving. Suddenly it will open up in the tummy. The toad will jump out and there is a gap. No. Suddenly there is a hole in the eye and the toad will jump out. No. Only in Madurai temple, 30 million, 3 crore carvings are there. I am talking only about carving, not about the number of stones used for the compound wall and other stones, no, other pillars. Millions of stones are used. So just to find out whether in the stone toads are there or not, toad is there or not, just for that they need at least 1,000 technicians. 1,000 technicians have to sit and every day find out whether in the stone toad is there or not. Can you imagine? So 1,000 fellows with that sensitivity. What happened to all this knowledge? Everything is lost just because of instability. Even now they produce. When we lost stability, we lost so many things. See the contribution Buddhism has done to the world. Because stability, once you become a sannyasi, monk, that is your life. Society will not accept you back. You can't listen to your mood swings. And once you know the possibilities are not there, you will simply start growing in that field. I will continue on stability in the further satsangs. Now I will move to Nirahara Samyama.